It's hurricane season. Do you have a plan to protect your family and property? Find out some tips next on Inside St. Lucie. Hello and welcome to this edition of Inside St. Lucie, SLC TV's monthly government affairs show. I'm your host, Eric Gill, Communications Division Director for St. Lucie County. And on today's show, we're going to talk about hurricane season and coastal erosion, which go hand in hand, with my guest, St. Lucie County Commissioner and Erosion District Chair, Franny Hutchinson. But before we meet our guest, here's some upcoming events and announcements from the Board of County Commissioners. St. Lucie County pools are now open through Memorial Day weekend. The county operates 3 public pools, the Ravenswood Pool in Port St. Lucie, the Lakewood Park Pool in the northwest area of the county, and the Lincoln Park Pool in Fort Pierce. For details on hours and programs, visit our website at stlucieco.gov/aquatics. Don't let the construction scare you away. The St. Lucie Mets are still playing baseball at First Data Field, located at 527 Northwest Peacock Boulevard in Port St. Lucie. Games are underway now through early September. For ticket information, call 772-871-2115 or visit stluciemets.com. A reminder that the Board of County Commission meetings are held at 6 p.m. on the first Tuesday and at 9 a.m. on the third Tuesday in the Commission Chambers of the Roger Poitras Administration Annex, 2300 Virginia Avenue, Fort Pierce. The Board typically holds an informal meeting on the second Tuesday at 9 a.m. in Conference Room 3. Now for the latest updates about all St. Lucie County Commission meetings, workshops, and events, be sure to visit our website at stlucieco.gov and click on our comprehensive calendar. And if you'd like to be added to our press release distribution list, send us an email at slctv@stlucieco.org. We also hope you'll follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with the latest economic development stats with another St. Lucie work. On the tourism front, St. Lucie County's bed tax revenue increased by 10% in April compared to last year, which is a positive sign for the soft side of the season. Overall building activity increased by 3.5% in April compared to March, with 940 permits being submitted. Revenue for that time frame increased by 15.5%. According to the Florida Realtors Association, St. Lucie County's median home sale price in April was $230,000, up 5% from last year, while condos increased in value by more than 13%, with the median price at $215,000. St. Lucie County's unemployment rate dropped again in April to 3.5%, down from March's 3.9%. Back in 2016, the county's unemployment rate was at 5%. Statewide, the unemployment rate in April was 3.5%. There were 7,200 more jobs in the Treasure Coast compared to last year at this time, with the largest gains in professional services with 2,500, mining and construction with 1,600, and leisure services with 1,200. If you work for a local business looking for skilled or trained labor, be sure to contact the staff at Career Source as they can assist your company with its recruitment and training needs. And if you're an individual looking for work, they can help you as well. Visit CareerSource online at careersourcerc.com or call 1-866-4U2-HIRE. Welcome back to Inside St. Lucie. I'm your host, Eric Gill, and I'm joined by St. Lucie County Commissioner Franny Hutchinson. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're also the Erosion District Chair. For those that don't know, the Erosion District is the Board of County Commissioners. You all just wear a couple different hats. Yep. Adjourn and reconvene as both mosquito control, erosion, and sustainability. Those are the 3, but it is the same board. But we wanted to talk about hurricane season because we are starting to get into the thick of hurricane season.
It's coming fast.
It is, which also impacts erosion. Hopefully not too bad, but summer we know.
It normally does.
It normally does. Even without a storm, we still tend to see where the winds come and the heavy thunderstorms
we've had many cases where we've actually had huge erosion issues. Just because the hurricane didn't hit us doesn't mean we didn't get the effects.
Exactly. If it even skirts up the coast, the strong currents can take that sand right off the beach.
Yes, it can.
Well, let's start first with hurricane season. Okay. I think most people should know by now if you've been in Florida at any time, but we're growing fast again, so there's probably a lot of transplants here that may not know what they should do for
we've been fortunate. We haven't really had a direct hit or a big one, in the past 2 years, and people become very laxy-daisy about getting prepped up for it. And I'll plead guilty on many of those occasions.
Absolutely. But they remind us at the EOC every
Yes.
month when we would do our drills. I'm thinking, yeah, I do need to go buy bottled water and batteries.
Well, you know, people think, and it can be costly when it's stuff that you normally don't have around the house, or it's just not something that you would keep for any length of time like that. But it's a good way to sit back and say, okay, once a week I'm going to buy 2 cases of water instead of a water, you know, and just set them to the side. And you'd be surprised how fast that starts adding up, and you're not out there scrambling when everybody else is in finding empty shelves and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
prepare.
Absolutely. And one of the new modern day kits, or things we tell people to put in their kits is those simple battery chargers for your cell phone.
Yes.
You know, those little portable things.
Yes.
You know, that was something I remember.
And they've come down a lot in price over the
Yep.
years. It's almost like they're very inexpensive now compared to what they first were.
Sure.
And they work.
Yeah.
You know,
Because-
even if you have an outage,
Yes.
you know, for 2 or 3 hours.
Because in the event that we do have a storm, you know, at our EOC, we'll be televising our briefings at 8, noon, and 5, and we'll be, you know, even if you don't have cable or power, you can still use your phone to watch us on
Right.
YouTube or Facebook.
And it is not safe to run out to your car and try to charge it on your
Yes.
car battery.
Especially while those storms
While those
here,
storms
yeah.
are rolling
A
in.
day or two afterwards, it's probably
Yeah,
okay,
because
but-
usually you'll end up using that battery a whole lot more than you think when all the power's out.
Absolutely. If friends and family calling, or you know, kids are bored, want to watch something, so it's
There
good to
you
have that
go.
backup.
Yeah.
One of the things that the board and the county had changed for Irma was we had a pet-friendly shelter.
Yes, we do. Well, let's go back just a little bit.
Yeah.
We always have a special needs shelter, and it's something that we encourage people to register early.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use it, at least your name's on the list and you're not scrambling at the last minute. And that is run right there at the Finn Center, and it's fully equipped for those with special needs
Yes.
and so forth. So
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but we do want to preface it's medical special needs. I actually had a mother
thank
call
you,
me
Ken.
recently and said, I have a special needs child. Would that be the right facility for me to go to if we needed? And it isn't, it's more for medical needs, dialysis, oxygen, those type of
Right, things that people usually have to have equipment that needs to have that make sure they don't lose a power outage.
Yeah.
With especially for lengths of time.
Sure.
You'll have backup batteries usually, but not for 5 to 7 days.
If that's, yeah. And
You
we
know,
had that, I remember during Irma, I had
Yes,
a
we
woman call me.
did.
She didn't take her mother's special needs shelter. They didn't want to go, and it was 3 days without power, and
Backup
her
batteries are now
father or mother,
dead.
yeah, and they we can get you transportation there, but it's going to take longer after the fact rather than, like you said, pre-register now.
Right, pre-register now, and like I said, if hopefully you don't have to use it, but if you do or you don't have other arrangements made well enough in advance, it's a safe place to be, and there's usually doctors and nurses are there, paramedics and so forth are always there to help me in it. So yes, you have to have, be able to take care of yourself to a degree, or you have a family member with you.
Yep.
But they are there for emergency.
Yeah. And then we
So-
did add the pet-friendly shelter too, which
Yes,
we
we did.
also
Yes,
started
we
a
did.
online registration process for that as well, just to help expedite the process, make sure. Because I was talking to a woman Saturday at the library about that. We did a hurricane presentation, and she said, "Well, I don't have him registered here yet. We just moved here, her dog." And I said, I think they're not looking to nab anybody who doesn't have their dog registered. Just want to make sure you have a kennel
And
cough
it's
and
a
vaccines.
right. It's a two-folded thing. We have a lot of people who their pets are their family, and they will tend not to go to shelter or a safe space. If they've got to evacuate because of their animals. So that's where the pet shelters came into place. So, but there is, when you can find animals along with people, as good as they may be, when you've got a storm out there, everybody reacts, including animals, just a little bit different during that time.
Sure.
So it's a way of being safe all the way around, and it too, I think we've worked in conjunction with some of our school vet programs.
Yes, at Westwood High School.
And
thank the
they've
school
got
board.
those students coming in, and then there's vets and so forth. So it's your basics, make sure your shots are
Yep.
up to
And
date.
animal control, both with Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce, as well as our animal safety staff, have been out there helping, set up whatever kennels you need to make sure you bring food and supplies for your
Right.
animals in a kennel. But
Yes, and then I think we actually have two. We have one down in the South County, down in the Port St. Lucie area, and then there's one here in the Fort Pierce
Westwood.
area.
So, and all that information is up on our website at stlucieco.gov. Folks can go under /EOC and find all the registration process. But
And you're bringing up a good point. There's a wealth of information on our website, and even if it might not pertain specific to you, it might be knowledgeable enough to pass it on to your neighbors who may not or do not go to that site, on a regular basis or something. And, just to give the information out there.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about at that library presentation we did was Nextdoor, the Nextdoor app, which the county is on. That was really helpful to people. It's a social media app, but it's more of a message board for the neighborhood or community you live in when you sign up. And people found it to be extremely helpful. Hey, I need somebody to help me put shutters up. And you find teens in the neighborhood or parents to say, hey, my kid will do it for
or
you.
Church groups or
church
something
groups,
like
things
that.
like that,
right.
or and vice versa. I need help getting it taken down, or get this debris out of my yard after the storm, because we'll pick it up at the curbside, but you got to get it down to the curb. And some people just don't have the means, or strength to do that.
Exactly. Well, if you've got a whole tree coming down, you might not have the tools that are needed to get it cut up.
Chop it up, put it
just
out by
to
the
transport it to the edge of the road.
Yeah.
So those are. I think these were all lessons learned from the past.
Sure.
When we've gone through the Francis and Jean episodes, and that we've tried to continuously improve and make it better for everybody, because it is a stressful time if you're going through a storm. They're not something any of us look forward to, by no means. But we follow here at the county. We follow them very closely with our public safety in conjunction with the state, and we have become much more prepared, but there's always going to be room for more improvement.
Sure, and there's always things that happen that you didn't expect.
I think each hurricane we've learned something new off of.
But as long as we learn and continue to improve.
Yeah.
One of the messages we try to put out this time of year too is now is the time to do your tree trimming. Don't wait till the week before there's a storm in the box, or and then go, we need to take that down, because then that debris sits out by the curb and it may not get picked up, and then
they do their best.
They do their best,
really do, and they will make that fun. But they too have to get off the roads
at a certain time.
take and do the things that they need to do in their own homes.
Yeah.
So,
and it's funny because public safety or solid waste messages, that stuff could become projectiles. But I think even more importantly, that stuff could wash and block storm drains, which helps
with the flooding. It prevents the flooding. Falls down and gets out in the road. You're blocking emergency traffic coming through, or that may have to respond after the storm coming through there. So it's just the power guys, when they're coming through, they can't get through if those roads are blocked.
Yeah, and same thing if we do have a storm and you stack that debris, watch the surroundings, make sure it's not close to power lines, fire hydrants, mailboxes.
Well, that's true even now
without
the storm.
Year-round, because those clam trucks don't want to take out a power line.
No.
Or a fire hydrant.
So, but and these are all good. It's just a part of being in Florida, and a part of, or any place actually that's hurricane prone, Florida more so. You just prepare the best you can. And, it keeps you calm when you've got a plan in place. And like you said, if you do these things early, getting your supplies, that's one reason why the state always seems to have the hurricane tax abatement, if you will, couple days that they put out there for batteries and generators and all of that. And don't do anything that you wouldn't normally do, is how I like to say it. You're not going to put gas cans in your house all the time, so don't do it during a hurricane. That's just not a cool thing.
Sure. Now, what we mentioned at the top of the show, during hurricane season, as erosion chair, that's also a concern. And we have seen some loss of sand in the last few months or last few years, but also a loss in the way we've gotten funding from the state and federal level.
That's even harder.
Yeah.
Some of our storms that we've had in the past, we've been able to recoup funding through FEMA. That is a very long, drawn out, many years process to get through, and just to even get reimbursed or even to be classified as being eligible. The other part of that is, unfortunately, we always try to partner with the state and the federal government for funding to keep those taxes lower on our own residents. And what has happened is the federal government has not been as generous as they have in the past, and they've actually missed 2 of the requested timed out renourishments on our beaches, which has now kind of put our beaches in jeopardy. Even without a hurricane, one big northeastern storm or one just huge storm off the coast that we don't take the direct hit will take those beaches out. And I can't stress this enough, nobody likes to see money put onto a beach and sand and then sit there and watch it roll out with the next wave, including me. I've been down there in times in the past where I'm sitting here going, please don't throw that sand out there with your shovel to those little kids. I don't say it, but in my heart I'm going, do you know how expensive each grain of that sand is? But that being said, those aren't for just enjoyment. They are really there for protection. Those are our first barriers to the inlet. And we have a lot of infrastructure, whether it's evacuation routes, whether it's our utilities, our roads. It's not just about the people that live on the beach in their personal homes. We only do the beach side, not the other areas. This is a protection for all that, what we've already invested that government normally should be doing. Your power lines, your infrastructure for phones and water and sewer and all of that. Sure. So that is the importance of keeping those beaches where they need to be and the protection they provide. I mean, you can imagine if they fill in that inlet, if those sands, go out and fill the inlet in, as long as it may seem, you get those big rushes of water and the sand goes with it. Where's the water that's coming off the inland from stormwater? Where's it going to flow to? It's going to start backing up again. Yeah. So it's a good way to get that off the properties, with a lot of the rain that comes through.
And it's also a big tourism draw for us. I mean,
it's a
I
tourism
know our
draw.
tourism office did a survey about a year and a half ago, and that was one of the top 3 reasons.
We're blessed. I mean, I always say if you go south, and I laugh about it. I have to tell you this. A lot of people go down to the Keys and spend a lot of time and money, and they are beautiful. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but there's no beaches in the Keys. It's very small, sure. And it's not even big enough, if you will, to really enjoy. That we are blessed here in St. Lucie County to have some of the most beautiful beaches. They are big, they're taken care of, and we haven't let them be overbuilt like you would find south of us from Palm Beach County down. And the way our state is shaped, of course, your sand, when it flows naturally, it'll flow from the north down. And because we have that little jut in our area, you look at the state map, we've gotten all this, and that's what's helped to build a lot of our beaches and so forth. And the inlets cause a lot of the erosion problems. That's, again, goes back to that funding level, the responsibility of the federal government and the state government because of our inlet. Yeah,
that's what, I've gone out with our coastal folks to some talks, and I don't think in the 16 years I worked there we've ever done a renourishment north of the inlet. Because like you said,
they're actually accreting over there on that end. Their side gets bigger.
Exactly, that beach gets bigger, but because it gets sucked into the inlet, and that's one of the things we're looking at is a sand
traps, sand bypass trap, and they're actually coming in and doing. We've working on the funding again, after the many studies
and the permitting,
and the permitting of how much sand is actually there. Is it worthwhile? And it would be a quick way of getting that sand over there versus going offshore or doing a truck haul. Yeah. And unfortunately, if we are not in the 19 work plan with the federal government, it's questionable if we'll make the 20, not because of lack of hard work and letters and meetings and so forth on it, but whether the importance of where the feds want to put their funding.
Sure. Their resources are limited, just like ours.
And it's only can go so far. Sure. So when we put a lot of emphasis in this, I'm not picking one over the other, but when a lot of the emphasis goes on to the Everglades, which it should, sure. That funding's got to go somewhere, and that usually ends up being your erosion or beach protection at the federal government, and or even some of our stormwater projects. Yeah. That funding gets slid over.
So one of the things we talked about at a meeting with the South Hutchinson Island President's Council group was the option of adding more public beach. If we added more public beach accesses.
Well, I just let me back up just a little bit, because there really is with the county. In the past we've always had the one big erosion issue right there at the inlet, and over time we have found now 2, and one is down on this. I call it South Hutch, but it's the furthest south. Down
south
towards
of the power plant.
South of the power plant, and they have had, because of those direct hits from the hurricane, that is really what kind of triggered it. Again, that protection that needs to be there, and so now they are experiencing a lot of erosion problems. not as frequent or as much as the north end. But, however, we have been talking about them, and one of the key components to the federal funding is public beach access. So even though we have some public beach access down there already, we are working with a lot of the condo associations to see if they will allow public access through their condominium separations, setbacks
between the
and so
buildings.
forth. Right, which can't just be, a little pathway that the public can walk on, but it also has to involve whether it's, and the Corps is the deciding factor, not us, whether it's parking, availability for parking, transferring through transit, again, bathrooms, all of the things you would normally associate with it. And right now, the key course right now, I'm working with them is to, hopefully there will be some of the condo associations will be coming to the table for public beach access, and the parking, that's where our main focus is right now.
Yeah.
Not the bathrooms and stuff.
Sure, because we have a lot of unimproved accesses without bathrooms and just dirt parking lot, and we have the other end of it with showers like Pepper Park or
and oddly enough, the federal government, the Army Corps, really who it falls under, they actually have criteria that you have to meet in order for it to be considered public, and it has to meet all that criteria or it doesn't count. And that then starts changing the percentage, if you will, of what they will fund. So it's
the opportunity for us to get
where our inlet area, Fort Pierce Beach area, that's at an 80-20%, 80% federal government, 20% county, and then we always try to get the state to come in 10, so it's 10 here. And down there presently, I think it's on the South Hutch project, it's only a 35% federal. So those beach accesses are crucial and they're important to it.
Yeah, and I think, coming up, you'll have this after we tape the show, but there is a sustainability workshop to kind of talk about these long-range problems, whether, and I know some of our environmental folks have looked at, do we put in seawalls or T-groins, and
that is, everything's on the table. I don't think we'll get there with seawalls.
Yeah.
Those actually have their own form of erosion problems.
Sure, they cause other problems.
We're looking at the sand trap bypass. We are also looking at the T-groins on the South Hutch, or Fort Pierce Beach project. And that has taken some years ago. There was a pilot project that we did have some rudimentary, if you will, type of T-groins out there. They worked for the short term, were pulled up because they weren't really performing to the process that the Corps had expected. And so now that, there's been the advancement in engineering and so forth that's come into play. So we're looking at adding those out there on the Fort Pierce Beach in the future. We're always looking, offshore dredging has its own cost and its own issues from an environmental, because you pay for years afterwards on the monitoring that's required. When you remove that sand, what does that do? And the effects that it has. So, and of course, the one you never really want to do unless it's an emergency or you have no other recourse is the truck haul. The sand is much more expensive, along with the labor that comes into it, and then of course the wear and tear
on the roads. Which luckily we have the sales tax to help.
Yes.
With that,
well, I'm not doing it for a truck haul.
Well, Christian, anything else you want to mention before we
No, I'd just like to touch back one more time just on the hurricane preparedness. I cannot urge people enough to go ahead and start now. A lot of times you'll see stores got buy one get one. Now's the time to get that and put it up, and at the end of the hurricane season, you can always donate it to one of the Treasure Coast Food Bank or one of the churches and so forth. So it won't go to waste. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Commissioner, for taking the time
to
come on.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to take a quick break before we wrap up the show. We're going to check in with a project that's providing some much-needed books to some children here on South Hutchinson Island.
Recently, the Daisy Girl Scouts of St. Andrew's Episcopal Academy debuted their little library at Museum Point Park as part of their Take Action project. The Daisies used the profits they made from their cookie-selling efforts to fund this little literacy-focused community project. Installed in Museum Point Park by St. Lucie County staff, the little library was already stocked with books, which were also provided by the Daisies. The Little Library is free for residents and guests and operates on a take a book, give a book model. Daisy leader Jennifer Hayes hopes the Scouts feel a sense of pride for their accomplishment and for giving back to the community.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Inside St. Lucie and hope you'll tune in again next month. If you have topics or subjects you'd like to see covered on the program relating to St. Lucie County government, give us a call at 772-462-1791 or send us an email at slctv@stlucieco.org. And if you'd like to see previously aired episodes of this or other SLC TV programs, visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/stluciegov. I'm your host, Eric Gill, for myself and the staff. Thanks for watching and stay loose, St. Lucie.